Cecilia here from My Great Challenge. Welcome back to my Etsy shop. I'm going to give you a preview of what's coming up this week, Friday, 5 p.m. on Etsy. And I'm also going to feature some papercraft by Cecilia, who's one of my patrons on Patreon. And she has an Etsy shop and she does little paper journals and art pieces. Really neat. Really neat. So let's get started with items coming up in my shop. Item number one is actually mine. You've probably seen it on the shelf for a couple of weeks now. I've had it for years. This is a fairy light in amber color. I think it's Indiana glass. I'm not sure. I'll put it right here. It's the regular bar and stars pattern. So this is really cool because if you like atmosphere and ambiance type light, it works great whether you have a real candle or a battery operated candle. So all you do is that you put the candle in there, you light it up. There's a hole right here to vent, and it just glows. It glows and it gives you like a pattern on the wall if you put it against the wall. These were very popular back in the days, and there's some people who collect them in every single color. Every single color. They had them in frosted, in blue, in pink, in red, yellow, amber, clear, you name it, every single color. They're really, really neat. I think this is Indiana glass. I'm pretty sure of it. So it's glass in perfect condition. I used to have it as part of my fall decor, and then it's one of those things, eventually you forget about it, or you just don't want to use it, and then you stop using it altogether. And it's been on the shelf for, I would say, about 2 or 3 years, waiting for me to list it. So my fairy light could be yours. It's item number one. Item number two, man, I wish I had 6, but I have 5. This is, it's not super vintage. It's from the 90s. It's from Di Lusso. It's Italian household, houseware, porcelain and stuff. It's a set of, let me make sure I'm in focus. It's a set of 5 demi-tasse porcelain with a really nice, I'm going to say dahlia pattern. Look at the plates. Aren't these really cute? So yeah, you probably see it better in focus, right? It's got gold on it. I don't know if you can see the gold, but it's not muted or satin. It's not super flashy. They are demi-tasse, so they are for coffee, espresso, and I have a set of 5. They're very unusual. I like them. They're very pretty and they look like they've never been used. The gold on the handle is perfect on every single one of them. It's fine china. It's not bone china, but it's fine china, and it's a really neat pattern. Let me see if I can give you a better look. Look at this. Come on, stay focused. And they're all the same, right? So Di Lusso home collection. Really nice gift for somebody who collects that kind of stuff, or somebody who just wants a little set. It's, I don't know how to describe it because it's modern, but it's got an old world feel as well. And I like the colors, very muted, nice details. So I have 5 of those. 5. Okay, so that's item number 2. This I just sourced at the Goodwill in South Jersey. And when I saw this, you better believe I knew right away it was something. Again, I am not cleaning anything when I showcase on Tuesday, because I want you to come back and look at pictures when I post on Friday, so you can see how you can really revive a piece. Have you ever seen this? This is crystal, obviously. I'm not sure the date. I'll put it down in the little bar thing. But as soon as I saw it, I said to myself, this is designer. This is somebody, right? And lo and behold, when I removed the sticker, I don't know if you can see right here. Okay, Rosenthal. It's a Rosenthal classic Germany crystal pitcher, and it's actually worth quite a bit of money. Which, you know, I'm not going to ask for the full price, but it's vintage and it's very unusual. It's not from the 40s, but it has a 40s feel to it. I'm looking at it and you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking Chrysler Tower, Rockefeller Center. I don't know why. It's got that feel. So it's slightly fluted, right? And the stripes here are a gradient. They get smaller towards the bottom. It's a very nice picture. it's heavy. It's a nice piece in perfect condition. I think the lady who had it probably kept it in a curio. I don't see any damage, no stain, nothing. I mean, it needs to be cleaned, but this is really cool. So if you like that kind of stuff, imagine once it's clean how much it's going to refract. So that's a Rosenthal, which is a high-end brand. It's beautiful. Crystal. Love it. Fourth item. Boy, do I need to polish this silver. I believe this is Gorham. I don't know, but usually with the blue, that's Gorham. And it's a 2-tier silver-plated tray that I'm going to polish to almost brand new. And boy, is it perfect for the holidays. You put that on your little table. You can do little cookies, Santa's cookies on it. You can do peppermint candy, or you can do miniature ornaments if you have a collection of miniature ornaments. It's in really good shape. It just needs to be polished. I don't know who the maker is. I really don't. I looked all over the place. I know it's vintage, but I can't tell. I think it's Gorham. So anyway, I can't wait to clean this up. I'm probably going to do that as soon as I'm done with this video. But this is something that you can also use in your bathroom. Put your lotions and potions on there, on your desk. If you want to put post-its, whatever. It's one of those classic pieces. I think that it goes in any home and you can make it look modern or you can keep it as traditional as it gets. Really neat. The handle is in good shape. The whole thing is in really, really good shape. I just wish there was a label. I cannot tell you. And I don't want to remove this all the way. But it's a nice 2-tier tray in silver plate. Next item is this. This is cool. I had one of those, a little bit different. It had like a second tier. It's sold, so there's a market for this. This is a, well, you can serve food on it. Obviously it needs to be polished, right? I'm telling you, it's going to look beautiful. But you put that in an entryway and it's kind of like a catch-all, right? Or you serve food in it, you can serve toast, whatever. It's a shell with a nice design, and you're probably thinking, well, who made this? And it's by CH&S, International Silver Company, number 997. It says right here. I'll give you close-ups when I take the pictures. And I think it's cool. I like this kind of stuff. If you have a console table and you're trying to bring a little bit of an accent that's classic, something like that would do it. Either or. How about you get both? Because they actually would go together. I'm going to go and clean this today and it's going to look fabulous. So the frieze on top here is very Baroque. I can't tell if the flowers are fruits, but it's, yeah, it's got this Baroque, it's got this Baroque feel to it. And here's the shell, and then those 3 dents you see here are actually the feet. And it's in good condition. It needs to be polished, but I don't see anything that is a deep damage. Yeah. CH and S. I'll have to figure out who they are, but this is international silver. All right, really cool. We're gonna go from classic traditional design to country kitchen. So this is Pottery, and this is signed Jumer 1992, so vintage. And what is it? Well, it could be a dip. It's not a soup bowl, well, though you could have soup in it, or you can put stuff in it, or you can separate them if you want. It's very nice pottery. They are both signed. The plate has, it's very rustic, right? Farmhouse decor. The plate has a tree on it with some apples, and then the bowl has a pinched shape, kind of like a pot belly, and it shows a house. We're gonna say it's a farm, right, with the same apple trees all around. And the glaze is really nice. The design, the painting is a little naive, which some people really like. I've never seen this, and I have looked on the internet, can't find it, so I cannot tell you what this was initially for. I can't see it as being a dip because it's kind of like too narrow to be a dip, but if you have a spoon, you can definitely do something like a relish. You can do guacamole, and again, you can use them separately. It's very nice. I think it's one of those things that you keep on the kitchen counter, and you can put pans, scissors, whatever you want in there. It's pretty, it serves a good purpose, and it's very well made. The pottery itself, again, is kind of rustic, but it's got a nice feel to it. This is heavy, and you know how I am with pottery, right? It's got to have a specific feel, and it's got the feel. Very nice. I like this. Actually, I think I would keep it. Last item. Man, this is so kitsch. So kitsch. Look at this thing. Okay, so I don't know who made this. I'll put the name. Actually, it's right here. Lane and Company, Van Nuys, California. So it's California Pottery, number 3060. This is a dip and chip bowl. Look at the design on this. Huh, kitsch? Can you go? It needs to get clean. It's got some crazing because, you know, it's over 50 years old. So there's a little bit of crazing on it, but there's no chip that I can tell. So it's still in very good shape. Whoever had it took good care of it. Nice glossy glaze, and the design is just so mid-century. Very mid-century, and anybody who likes that kind of stuff is going to jump on it. So if you want this, be there at 5 p.m. because I have a feeling that this and the fairy light are going to be gone right away. This is so cool. It's unusual. The colors, kind of like an atomic design here at the bottom. I know that some people are looking at this and saying like, oh my god, this is hideous. And you know what? That's okay. It's not for you then. Because I can guarantee you that somebody's going to get this, because there's a lot of MCM collectors, a lot of kitsch collectors, and MCM kitchen collectors, a lot of them. So to each their own. I like it. And if I was eating chips and salsa on a regular basis, I probably would keep it, but that's not something that we would use. So that's the 7 items. What would I keep? I would keep this, and I would keep the Rosento, but I'm selling them. So that would be on the shop at 5 p.m. on Friday. And when I come back, I'll tell you all about Cecilia's paper crafts. So let's talk about women-owned business. You know that I like to promote other women's business. I think it's important, in particular this time of year. A lot of people are trying to promote shopping small, and supporting local and small. And I'm all for that. We tend to overspend during the holidays, you know that. And then we don't necessarily spend in meaningful ways. We buy a lot of commercial stuff. So if you like to do things that are a little bit different and you have a friend or a family member who's more of a artsy type and like handmade items, this is perfect. Cecilia is an artist. She's a starting artist. She's been, she's been doing this for some time, but she's found the courage to exhibit her artwork and have a shop. So here's what she does. She does artwork, and here's a piece of artwork that she did for 2023. And you know, imagine that framed, right? It's got like a relief on it. It's actually paste. I asked her if it was embossing, and she says no, it's paper paste that then she stamps. So she does stuff like that. If you like that kind of art, it's very modern. But she also does cards. This is an example of a journaling card because she does a lot of paper journals. Okay, and this is not printed. I asked her, how did you do this? She doesn't have a printer. This is actually an overlay of different types of papers. It's really cool. So that's a journaling card. But she makes little things like this. So this is the card that she wrote for me. And she says, Dear Sophia, here are some examples of things I sell in my Etsy shop. It's a notebook, a journaling card, and a piece of art. My Etsy is LayeringArt. Okay, I'll put the link down below, which is also my Instagram handle as well. I'll send you the links, and she did. So what she really sent me was, these were just examples. What she sent me and what she sells are those. So you probably, if you're into journaling and if you're into planners, you recognize the size, right? They're very similar to a traveler's notebook. And this is like the gift that keeps on giving because there's so many different pockets in here. So when you open it, first of all, she's got like little details like brads, right? You see that? And all of it is applique paper, okay? She makes the whole thing. She folds it, she makes the whole thing. So when you open it, there's like a journal, right? Typical of what you would find in a traveler's notebook. And she has different types of paper in there. So if you are into journaling and you like paper in general, so all of those, she painted this. This is not a piece of paper, scrapbooking paper she added. She colored this with watercolor. So she has blank ones. She has this one that looks like a tea dye, another blank one, lined ones, and then you can add whatever you want to it, right? So she's got the journal part of it. Now in the front right here, I don't know how she makes all those. They are so well done. I mean, look at the detail, how she folded this, right? She's got a little envelope here, and then you pull that out, and this is all included in the journal. And then this, when you pull it out, is a little calendar, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for the month. So cool. And this, again, she painted all this. This is all her work. This is not scrapbook paper. She's not taking somebody else's work except for the stuff that's printed. Okay, so you put that back in, right? I love that kind of stuff. Love it. Okay. And then in the back, I don't know how she makes those, but anyway, in the back, she has like a collage that says one day at a time. And by the way, they're all different, okay? And then you flip that, and then there's more stuff in here. So there's more journaling card, and this one opens up. And this one opens up. You know, if you want to put quotes, whatever. There's this one right here. I'm having a hard time keeping everything in focus. There we go. It's got that ephemera look to it. So cool. So these two pieces with this one here is like a little insert card. You can put a quote, whatever you want in there. she does a lot of recycling of paper. So we're going to put that right back in, right? So that goes into the little pocket here. But wait, there's more. It opens up even more. And when you open it, there's this one right here. That's another little journal. Let me see. So she's got a bunch of pieces that you can tear off if you want. They're all different, right? And again, it's all ink. She inked the whole thing, right? So there's this one. And then there's another hidden pocket here. So you pull that out. You can put pictures. You can do a whole bunch of stuff with that. And then this is like a text. And it's written in, I believe, Swedish, because that's where she's from. Look at this. This is so cool. So I love touching paper. And I love this kind of stuff where there's pockets and then you keep opening it. So imagine if you get one of those to a friend of yours who does a lot of journaling. They can add pictures, they can add scrapbook pieces, stickers, they can paint, they can do so many different things. And it's almost like, it's not a blank canvas, it's a starter. That's what it is. So you just follow the style. I really like this. So she makes those. Look at her website on Etsy, LayeringArt, and you'll see a lot of those little folios, and you'll see a lot of her artwork. It's very different. I really like the color on this. I'm going to see if I can give you close-ups. So she finally made the jump and had an exhibit for her work a couple of weeks ago. And she was really, really anxious about it. And here's another reason to consider hopping on the Patreon, because the community was so supportive of her. She discussed that in one of our live, and freely shared how she felt about it, and showed us some of her work on camera live, during the video conferencing that we were doing. And let me tell you, she got so much encouragement from the team. It was heartwarming. It really was. It's a wonderful community on Patreon, and we have a lot of common interest. We like a lot of the same stuff, so it's like-minded folks. But if you feel that you're isolated and you need to find your tribe, Patreon, I'm telling you, this is a tribe, okay? Super supportive and super positive. And I think that the encouragements from the Patreon folks is one of the reasons why she took the jump and reached out to me and say, okay, I know I have this Esty Shop, I don't do much with it, how about I have Sophia give me some exposure? And I don't know if she would have done it had she not had this conversation and interaction with everybody else on Patreon that day. Because let me tell you, again, they were just so encouraging and supportive. What a great community. But anyway, LayeringArt, check her out. The link is down below. It's the same name on Instagram or Etsy, and she makes those. She works, she has a regular job, but she makes those by hand with love as a aspiring artist. Support small businesses, support women in business, support small shops. This is a really cool stocking stuffer for a teenage girl, by the way, or boy, but if you know somebody who's into journaling, great stocking stuffer. So that was Cecilia's. Check her out, link down below. And these were all my items, and I can't wait to go and clean those up, and I'm actually going to go and do that now. because I enjoy doing that. I do. So I will see you in tomorrow's video. That's probably going to be a quilting. I have to go do that after I clean these, and that would be it. Items will be posted Friday at 5 p.m. Thank you again for supporting my shop and Cecilia's shop. Just to let you know, as a heads up, I'm probably going to take a break from Etsy while I'm on vacation the last week of December, only because I have other things I need to do, and I'm not going to be able to do all of those things plus this. And it's not a bad idea to take a break once in a while. I've done very well, and I have to thank you for supporting this business and my little Etsy shop. It's been very successful, and I feel blessed and grateful. So I will see you sometimes next week, and happy shopping. Thanks for watching. Bye.